Welcome everyone to Loud and Proud Orlando. Thank you so much for being live with us. It's July the 17th, 8:39 p.m. Thank you so much for your support. An eventful, a huge win. I'm saying a win that is worth to me 6 points. Not even three, 6. Why? Because of the rival. It was a derby. And the way how things occurred and the comeback that Orlando had, and then also OCB with a phenomenal comeback win, also defeating Atlanta United 3-2 with a golazo from Paola's, compatriot or friend, Wilfredo Rivera, right? So I want to say hello to him as well. It was a phenomenal performance by the Lions, both Orlando City and Orlando City B. So definitely super happy, excited. We're also going to talk about the GOAT, the greatest of all time, the one who made Ronaldo salty throughout 20 freaking years, Lionel Messi. Muchacho. No, sorry.
Should I cheat?
En Orlando yo nací,
No?
al lado de la OBT.
No. Keep that off the screen.
En Orlando yo nací, tierra de tierra de Disney y de tierra de Disney y Publix. There you go. That's a new song. If the wall wants to sing it, great.
Publix is the real winner in this, bro. Let's
exactly.
be
honest. Publix is the real winner, the real MVP. But anyways, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about also team of the week. Orlando City made the team of the week again. Antonio Carlos, Oscar Pareja, and Mauricio Pereira as well. Kudos to that. And we're gonna definitely talk about Leagues Cup. Houston's coming up. Houston's coming up. It's gonna be Leagues Cup. I like the way how Antonio Carlos said on a post press conference that they want to win something this year, and kind of give him hints that maybe, just maybe, Orlando City may go with their A team to play against Houston. So we'll talk about all of that. John, how you doing, my friend? You excited about Messi?
Yeah, sure. Super excited about Messi. No, not excited. I mean, it's great for the league. I always say that.
Beckham speaks Spanish, man.
I will say this. I'll say it's great for the league, and then I'll list all the things I hate about Miami. That's my response. Anytime anyone says the M word, I might have to ban the word Messi from my house or just from life because it's everywhere. Paulo was talking about the event that's on Apple TV, like they're sending notification reminders.
Yeah, there's an extra app,
Yeah, like it annoys me that when I go on MLS Season Pass now, it's just pink and it's all freaking Messi. Like, I know he's here, but does he have to consume the entire home screen? Come on.
and then right on the corner, right above the sponsors that are like this little, there's a little purple lion right there. Hey, I am fifth. I'm fifth. So what's up, Paola? How you doing?
Quinto. I'm doing fantastic. So, John, I'm not your friend anymore because I have that jersey.
No, it's fine. I know.
No, I'm just kidding. It's annoying. As a Messi fan, FYI, I'm super Messi fan. I'm a Barcelona fan.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
See, I'm a Real fan. I'm like, whatever.
Everything has their limits, and it's super great for the league. But come on, like right now I'm at MLSsoccer.com.
Yeah.
Go, I invite you. Go. Everything is messy.
It's just a wall of pink.
Correct.
Pink flamingos everywhere. But anyways, I'm doing good. Fantastic. Happy to be back. Happy to have 3 points and 5th on the board.
Yeah, we're 2 points. 2 points up. I know, right? 2 points above Atlanta now. So only 1 point away Columbus. So if we could certainly, if we keep winning, obviously coming up we have a game that we should win, Chicago, right? Right? We should win. So let's hope that the table works in our favor and also we win. And then if we win, than our prediction early in the season that we were gonna be between 3 and 4 maybe come true, and then I may do my own Twitter space. Pineda, I'm just gonna say it. We're gonna do my own Twitter space to talk about how Papi in, baby. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just joking. No, so let's read some comments. Joshua Tall, Pereira played really good. That's right. Yeah, he made the team of the week, 2 assists. He had a couple of chances to score. Pareja said it on the post press conference, but certainly, an amazing game by Mauricio Pereira, right? But I think I'm gonna be with John on this one because I know what is definitely he needs to work is on being consistent, because we see these type of performances from Mauricio Pereira, but then we see performances that he may look a little tired or may have woke up on the wrong side of the bed, right, John?
Yeah, he's. I think I'm critical of him this season. We have been. I just don't. I think he's getting more and more tired. Someone said that he's been playing since he's been 18, and I was like, well, yeah, he's had a long career.
Oh wow!
He's had a lot of games. Like, even for us, since he's been here, he's always been a focal point of Oscar's attack, right? And he has these games like this one against Atlanta where he's back on it, and he looks like the Mauricio that we remember playing some of these passes. Like that pass through to Duncan was, perfect, like an absolute killer. So I think the thing with Mauricio is that when he gets tired, there's no point in starting him or keeping him on the field anymore. So like Oscar needs to recognize when that is. And weirdly, he's one of the ones that Oscar doesn't seem to, like, if he's fit, he plays him. He doesn't rotate him as much as he might other players, which to me doesn't make any sense because he's the guy who should be rotated. So like the RSL game was a perfect example of when I think Mauricio shouldn't have started. And then a week later, you get fully rested Mauricio, feeling a little bit of confidence. I think Luis, he's had a few good games against Atlanta. I think he has quite a good record against them.
Yeah.
I think he scored a couple before. So maybe he just really likes playing there or playing against them. Or maybe Oscar, lit a fire under his butt after the poor performance at RSL. We don't know, but he looked a lot better in this one. He was creating issues for them from the 10, playing good balls in for Duncan with through balls and playing passes over the top wide for our wingers and our fullbacks. He was basically running the game as we expect the 10 to run the game. I just think with Mauricio, we want to see it consistently, and maybe we're asking too much for him at this age for him to be able to do that consistently. Hence why I think, and you guys probably agree, he should be rotated or rested or definitely brought off at the 60th minute when he's starting to look a little tired.
Yeah, I just thought that one of the keys in this game for this massive win for Orlando City, to me, it's still, I'm going to say it's worth 6 points, this win, especially due to the rival and the situation, how Orlando was in the standings. A quick response, a quick goal, and that set the tone. Great goal by Antonio Carlos. Question if he was going to be here or not, and I think he definitely put some water on that fire, like straight up extinguished it like a game ago. And I think with this goal now, he definitely looks like a different Antonio Carlos. I can see the fire in his eyes even more. And once Orlando scored that goal, it set the tone for them to go in the attack. And I'm going to say this, the comeback was about to happen at that point. One thing that I would say, and I don't know what Paola thinks, I thought Kyle Smith was tired. I felt like they were attacking his side constantly. I don't know how you felt about the back line and Antonio Carlos's goal.
See what you do when you score on free kicks. I have been saying it.
Set piece.
I've been saying it. Like, these are free goals. When I saw Antonio Carlos, like, the Air Jordan. He was in the air. I was like, yes, finally a set piece goal. No, I was happy for the dude because he has been trying get set pieces goals and he got it. And then yes, I saw Smith super tired and yeah, they were trying to get on his side more most of the time. Um and absolutely we got a little choppy at some point and I think at the end I don't know if you guys agree, and I thought that we were gonna get scored, but we didn't. We didn't park the bus.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
I think Bob, I'm gonna call him Papi. Profe Oscar. I don't call nobody Papi. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. My dad is Papi, but I don't know about. Well, anyway, so so I'm just saying, when it comes to parking the bus at the right time and the right situation, that was when you need to really park the bus because their wingers were just like attacking no stop. And good for Orlando that we're able to withstand that. Let's read some comments and then go back to the analysis. This is JC Beast 95. Galeza with another great save. Es mi capitán, says. Thank you, JC.
Sangalese.
I know, man. With a new haircut, you got the Usher haircut. You got the Usher. There you go, Joshua Tall. Yeah, I got nervous towards the end too, but glad we hanged on, says Joshua Tall. Nick, we're getting points and results even with a home record. Probably not enough talk. OCSC fifth in the East, but in the West, would be tied with LAFC for second. Only team in the MLS running away with it is Cincy. I agree with you, right? What a great
100%.
and
The East is so much harder than the West.
Yeah, 10 times. But I commend the Cincy fans for being so patient. These guys were just supporting. Season tickets did not go down. Like they kept supporting, and then eventually they're having their reward right there, right? Waiting a little while. Everything's meshing very well. They're one of the top teams in the East, and hopefully they're going to win the Supporters Shield and go to the Conca Champions. And it's going to be a great and a beautiful stadium. 2 TQL Stadium is beautiful. They're going to go and play there. I think it's going to be fantastic. So happy for Cincy. Now, that's your boy, John. I want to touch the subject of, the Howling of the Heartland. I think it's coming. What a player, man. Like, just cold-blooded definition. Like, that pass, if it would have been, I'm sorry, but if it would have been any other striker, it probably would have missed. But it's just the poise of just completely owning Brad Guzan, which to me, I never liked him as a keeper. I'll be honest with you. I think he was overpaid in the MLS. That's just my opinion. What are your thoughts of the strong performance of Duncan McGuire, top scorer in Orlando City?
So first of all, I want to shout out to Alex Brown on Twitter who posted about Brad Guzan's trademark stuck in the mud, fall straight backwards save attempt. If you go back and watch that moment, he kind of does like like happy baby on their back. Like it's basically like full legs up in the air and he's falling over. Like there's no, and then he looks up at the screen afterwards as if like, how did the Duncan, get past me? It's like, bro, because he just fell over.
Right here.
Yeah. Watch. Look at him on his back. And then he gets a good long look at the screen afterwards in dismay. And there's this beautiful pictures all over Twitter of him looking like really confused and everyone.
There you go.
He just got dunked on. There you go. Look, he's doing this. He like falls back on his butt. It's like, what kind of save is that, bro? Anyway, I could talk all day about how much I hate Brad Guzan, but let's talk about Duncan. The funny thing about this one, the commentator on there, Danny Higginbottom, is an old Stoke player and actually a friend of my dad. So I was telling my dad about the Holland of the Heartland that we always talk about. And then he told Danny, and then Danny read it out on the air. So that's why everyone was like,
wow, that's awesome.
So that's kind of fun, to get his nickname out there, right? We got to make
that's
sure that
why he said it. I was like,
yeah.
There you go.
Like this nickname right came from somewhere. I'm pretty sure. I didn't just make this up. I don't remember where it was at the beginning of the season that I read this, but I'm pretty sure and someone hopefully can confirm that this is because of how good he was at college. That's why he got the nickname.
Duncan,
needs
if
to-
you're hearing us, come to the show.
Right. We
Yeah,
want
yeah,
an
I
see, yeah,
explanation
yeah,
of
yeah,
where
we-
the Holland of the Heartland nickname come from, because
exactly.
it's exactly right. Like the guy has all the attributes, like not to compare him to Holland, but like he's a complete striker in the same way that Holland is a complete striker.
I would say
right? He can do everything. He can play with both feet. He can head the ball. He runs well. He can press. Like, so I think that's kind of where, and the fact that he broke the record and scored so many goals. That's where this connection between the two comes. And this was a prime example, man. Like, what a ball by Mauricio, and he's just so calm. Like, he's bearing down on goal. He's got like 3 defenders either side of him. He's got Brad Guzan running at him, and all he goes is, "I'll just pick my spot." And buried in the back of the net. Like that's why he is so good so quickly, I think, because he's taken that composure from his college days where he was scoring 20 goals, and he's just kept that same mentality straight into MLS. So he's not thinking like, oh, I'm the rookie boy and this is a challenge. He's just like, oh, I'm just going to play my game the way I know how to play it. And he's scoring at the same rate that he did in college. Like it's awesome to see. I think it's great that he broke that little slump. He had a couple games there. So far, that's all we've seen from him is 2 games at a time where he hasn't been able to score. And then that 3rd game, he got a goal again. The same thing happened when he went to, I'm blanking now, but I think
I love his celebration too. I don't know, Paula. Look at that.
he did the golf.
Yeah. There you go. Nice.
I think there's a competition between the team about golf or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Is he growing out a mullet too?
I don't know.
Looks like it, right?
Someone said he's getting a mullet going at the back there.
Duncan, cut it, bro.
There's so many questions.
But if you keep scoring, look, if you keep scoring, wear whatever you want, man.
Hey, he's a Florida man now. He's getting full into the Florida life.
He doesn't have a mustache now, right?
I have not seen a mullet in Florida yet.
The mustache was just for the 4th. Him and Mason look very, very, appropriate on that picture of them walking in the stadium with all their USA gear.
And then I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but the changes Oscar made were spot on. I mean, it actually defensively and offensively made Orlando City a little better. I would say it rested a lot of legs. Like he brought Martin Ojeda in, Ramiro, so all those players came in, and I thought it was great. I don't know.
We almost got a 3rd goal.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't love the 3 center backs. I gotta say, I know it worked in this one, but we did kind of invite pressure, well,
it's because it's because they had.
At least they could have got a goal.
Yeah, it could have backfired if we would have not been so effective in this game, because both Kyle Smith and I won't say Rafael Santos, but I'll say Ivan Angulo was being owned by Brooks Lennon. So Ivan Angulo had a tough time with Brooks Lennon on the 1v1. I mean, if you think about it, very similar, speedy players. You know what I mean? And Caleb Wiley, I mean, in my opinion, he should be playing in the national team. I mean, this kid's a phenom. He made Kyle Smith look like a USL player, well, without being mean about it. But I mean, he made him look, pretty. I mean, he was not having a good night. And why it didn't really matter much, because Orlando was super effective on the in the forefront, and Facundo was playing great, Mauricio 2 assists, Duncan was being effective, and then in the back, the 2 center backs, the center back duo, were having a good they were 10 times much better than Abraham and Purata. I mean, that was like clear as day.
Man he should have got booked and sent off. Like he was doing some dirty fouls.
And I'm gonna say this, Paul. I don't know if you think about the refereeing, just like John was touching this. I mean, you're talking about, I have the stats here. 13 fouls at Orlando City, 18 fouls at Atlanta United total, and Orlando had 6 yellow cards. How the hell does that happen?
Let me get something. One moment. Wait.
Uh,
I have it.
wait.
Here it is for the ref. Here it is for the
Oh,
ref.
there you go. Oh, look, you have a yellow card. That's
Sucked.
fantastic.
Yeah, I got it in an Orlando City game.
Oh, you a referee give you a card?
No, they were giving free tickets for a Pride game. It's just a yellow card on the other side.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's great. That's great.
So yeah, like it was a pro referee, right? I don't remember. Pro
Yeah, it was-
referee.
yeah,
They're all pro.
They're
all pro, even though they're FIFA
That pro is the name of the referee or organization
organization.
for
exactly.
America.
For America.
MLS. Because that's
Poor-
Canada
poor-
too.
it's
I
called.
guess.
It stands for poor refereeing and officiating.
So yeah, this is my answer, Luis.
I
Yellow
think
card.
Pathetic.
Zero cents. 0 cents.
No, and they give a yellow card for dissent to Jansen. Jansen was just like just being Jansen, and the game, and then the stoppage time that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous too. Like, I mean, just
Why
I mean,
they give
they
Pedro
got 5
yellow?
more minutes. It was insane.
yeah.
Why they?
I mean,
Because
I
I
was
didn't
like, do
notice
they
this.
want at some point? I was like, do they want Atlanta to win? Like, really? Because Atlanta was going all in, right? After obviously Galese's save, right? Which again, Pedro Galese, what a player, man. I mean,
Well,
he
the
didn't have-
Almada free kick was like it was
It was a
90.
4
perfect free
minutes. We were supposed to be done at the 95th, I think. And it was like the 98th minute, and they were still letting them, I
I
don't
mean, that
understand where that time came from, because if something happens in extra time, then you add on like 30 seconds, right? For like a corner or a free kick or whatever. So where did that 3 minutes come? Because that much didn't happen in 5 minutes to add 3 minutes of extra time.
Question: I didn't know, like, why Galese was booked.
For time
wasting
Yeah.
time, and that's I know if Pedro is watching, tú sabes, Pedro, you do it all the time, bro.
Oh, that's the dark arts way,
all
Pedro,
the
for sure. I mean, I'll take the one for
in the,
Pedro.
in the national team,
That makes sense.
all-
It's gonna happen. He
That's
loves
his
to
thing.
like put the ball down and then look at it for about 10 seconds and go.
and then he had
Maybe I'll
he had
kick
the-
it.
sure, he had the
But
Drake
it was
haircut.
towards the end, though, before the free kick for Thiago, right?
Yeah. Well, no, I
Okay.
think he got earlier than that. I think it was a chance before that, maybe.
Oh, okay.
But during that extra time, he got a yellow.
And then Galese's save. What's to me
Oh no, you're
The-
right, Paolo. Sorry, 90.
The way-
98th minute.
98. Okay.
the way the ball curved, that was going to be a goal in my opinion. I've seen a goal from Almada like that before, and I'll be honest with you, I was really surprised, and Galese was able to stop it like right away.
I mean, I think it's very obvious where Almada's going to put that ball. Like,
Yeah.
he's always going to go for the far. Like, that's his style. He does the Ronaldo looping over back post. So I think Pedro, if you watch, Pedro like jumps to his left
Right here,
before he makes the
I
save.
have it right here. Look
You
at
see,
that.
Pedro-
like, yeah,
Whoa.
he runs to the left.
I mean,
Pedro
that's-
did-
He knows
this
where
is-
it's going before
That's-
it
to
leaves
me-
his boot.
to me, that save. I mean, that could be a save of the year. Maybe, I don't know if I'm being too.
I mean, he could
I'm
just
di-
stay standing. He's so far over on that side of the goal when it comes to him. He's,
Yeah.
you know what
He
I mean?
did his homework on
Yeah.
Thiago
Exactly,
Almada's
Paul.
free
Yeah,
kick.
more than likely. Yeah, he saw tape. I'm sure he saw tape on.
And
it.
Almada
Yes.
puts it there every time. So he knew-
Exactly.
he
That's
knew
the
that he
point.
was
That's
gonna
my
try
point,
that.
John. That's my point. If you see every free kick of Thiago Almada on that same spot, that's where Thiago Almada will put it, in that same spot, in that corner.
And Pedro gambled on that and was able to leave his right side of his goal. Like usually you're supposed to be center for that, so you can go either way. But he basically took himself to the left side of the goal to make it easier because he gambled on the fact that it was going to go there. But still
Yeah.
a great save, regardless. I mean, that's the Pedro that we talk about winning us games, in the sense that, with a lesser goalkeeper, they might have let that in, and then it's 2-2. Like, he could be the guy in those moments to keep us winning a game or drawing a game, and when he has these really good performances.
It was like last year. Remember when Dom Dwyer made that strike?
Yeah, that's what he got Save of the Year for.
Exactly. So there you go. That's San Pedro Galese for you guys.
I know he had that. I get what he got his hair, man. That's weird. Like I don't
No,
know.
I was scared because
I
I
liked
was
it.
like, I liked it, but I was like,
It's
hey,
clean.
it's clean. But I was like, hey, dude.
Every time he cuts his hair,
Don't
we go
jinx
into a like a drought or like a
like
losing
Samsung,
slump.
like the Bible. I'm like,
Right.
hey, dude,
Yeah, we're
Maybe
like,
maybe he
you
just needed a
better-
little shake up.
that's right.
you
You
better
know.
play well, cause you know,
But,
you cut your hair.
All right, let's read some comments. JCB's 95. It looks like he took a wrong step at first, but it might be a push-off step. You're right. Joshua Tall, but I don't think that free kick should have happened since I don't think it was a foul, but glad Pedro was able to save it. That's right. I agree with you wholeheartedly. JCB San Pedro is very thoughtful of the game. Pedro was given a yellow card towards the end. That's right. Joshua Tall, that ref did suck for a lot of the game. It was so annoying. It says so. Joshua Tall, what do you think? Holiday will be back? Yeah, Enrique did play well with almost a third goal, and also Oscar did well on the subs. That's right. The Florida effect, right? So now I'm gonna ask to change a little bit of the subject here. John, what are your expectations on the Leagues Cup coming up?
Well, I think you mentioned it earlier, and we weren't really sure what to expect from the Leagues Cup, right? And whether it's something that we were going to be all in for, or maybe we were just going to play some youth. But based on the interview that we had on the channel, check it out on YouTube. I would say that it does seem pretty likely that what Antonio was saying about us going with a first team squad for the Leagues Cup. I'm fine with that. I think we are a good tournament team. We can be hot for like a month for sure. And we could beat, like, if we're hot right now and we continue that form and we keep winning, because I think we can easily beat Houston. I don't see that as much of a challenge. I think Santos Laguna, I have to see how they're doing this year in the Liga MX, but I don't think they're a top team at the moment. I think they're like a mid-tier team in Liga MX. So again, we should be able to beat them. Like, I think we played very well against Tigres, so there's no reason why we can't play very well against Santos Laguna. I kind of look at that with any of these Liga MX teams, that like they're all beatable, to be honest, for us, if we're hot and if we're on form. So I think it seems like Oscar's going to go ahead and play that first team. I don't want to be committing the first team to every game. I think that we need to have a little bit of balance, and I would love to see some OCB boys get some minutes. I would love to see, I wrote down our starting 11 last week, which I think you guys would really like, which is a combo of them. So maybe we can do that when we get to our lineups. But it doesn't seem like it's going to happen, Luis. I think our dream of playing the youth is looking less and less likely.
I have a feeling. Look, because I asked Antonio Carlos, I'm gonna put the video. I asked Antonio Carlos in his press conference. I was like, "You see, so what's your message for the fans?" He's like, we wanna play and win. We wanna make you guys proud. We wanna win everything. Kind of like insinuating like they're gonna go for it.
I'm more interested in the third place or second place. Like, I understand that, like, yeah, we can win it all, but I think the fact that there are 3 Champions League spots here available, like, if we can be in the top 4 teams and we get to that, maybe we don't win the whole thing, but if we come in the top 3, we make Champions League. So that, for me, is a little bit more incentive that, okay, we don't have to win the whole thing to get Champions League. We just have to get to the final 4 and play well in that third place game. Or get to the final, and even if we lose in the final, right? It's kind of like if we think about the MLS's back tournament, I would say there's a lot
Hopefully.
of similarities between what's
We just
happening
gotta-
with Leagues Cup and that.
I
And
mean,
we did really well in that. Like we are a
Yeah.
very good tournament team. So there's a likelihood that we could make it to the top 3 and get Champions League. And I would love that. That would be awesome. And I would
would love
a
to get
good
Champions
use
League
of
again.
the Leagues Cup just to get Champions League.
And
But-
just to, I think it'd be great if we get
My
to.
fear is that we play our
World
first
Cup would be
team
fantastic.
and then we get knocked out, because
And
after
we don't
those
have
2
anything
games
left.
Yeah, it
I
goes to
mean-
like what 32 and then 16. Okay, 16, then 8, then 4. So
Yeah,
we got to
I'm
win
just-
like 4 games before we get into that semifinal situation.
Look, if Orlando's playing, I don't know what Paula thinks, but I mean, the next rival is Houston Dynamo, historic team. All you want to say, Matt respect, all of that. Great hot dogs in Houston for sure. The Rockets, all that good stuff. Hakeem Olajuwon at some point. Steve Francis, there you go. It's my basketball for you. But it's a beatable team. It's a team that it has a really bad form. It comes. I mean, our form is superb compared to theirs. I mean, they lost July 1st. They started the month losing, and they've really haven't really. They only gotten a point out of Colorado. So Seattle beat them 1-0. They got a red card. Tie against Sporting KC. They got destroyed by Inch's team, Minnesota, 3-0, and then they tied 0-0. One of the most boring games in the week against Colorado. How many fans they brought in? Maybe 10, 5-5. But 0-0. So the next rival is Portland, in my opinion. With the new center back that they got, Portland, Araujo, Portland's going to win. So we're facing inferior competition. Santos Laguna, even though it's Liga MX, I'm not going to count them out. They just got a brand new 6. His name is Pedro Aquino. He's really good. And he's Cartagena's counterpart in the national team. So they know each other. He knows how Cartagena plays. So, but it is a possibility. Just John said, I feel like with the team that Orlando puts on the pitch, Orlando should beat Houston. I mean, right? I don't know. What do you think, Paula?
And I think
regarding-
we should beat Santos Laguna too, because the league just started in Mexico, and John mentioned it before. Like, we had that advantage over them. And John, going back to the previous standing for Santos Laguna, they were 8 last season. So even though they have that number 6,
I mean, they're 10th right now. So
and they're 10th right now
Mid-table.
that they just started. So we have our advantage. Again, it's a in and out situation for me. Like, I don't want to go all in and then we don't win anything, and then we don't win anything either on MLS league, And I don't know if we can win something on this league, on the Leagues Cup. Let's do it, but I don't want to risk MLS. I want the MLS Cup. I don't want this Leagues Cup thing.
Look, I agree. I agree with John that when it says that if we get into the final bracket for the Leagues Cup, I think we have a high chance of going to the final.
I wanted to see if we could find who we would
the
play.
bracket. The bracket.
Yeah, like where do we
Let me
go after these 2 games?
Let me try to look at the bracket.
I saw it a while ago. We're, I think, South 2 or 3. I can't remember. And I saw it says who we would play if we went through like one.
Yeah, right here,
first or
right here.
second.
Look, I'm gonna say this. Whoever made the Leagues Cup, with all due respect, it's not gonna bring their best of MLS and MX if both sides are trying to play with like youth. You know what I mean? I'm not counting it out. Right?
I mean,
But I'm
it's a preseason tournament for them. I think that's how they're looking at it in a lot of ways, right?
So here you go. So we're S2. So S2.
If we
this-
win,
so
we play
if we-
S3,
yeah. So if we win,
which is going to be Atlanta because
yeah,
Miami
so we're
and
gonna-
Cruz Azul are both bottom of their leagues.
right. But you have to understand, S3 has mucha
I was gonna say Messi's the savior.
Do you think there's gonna be some dark arts coming because Messi cannot get eliminated?
If we come S2 second, then we
play
play
Pachuca.
Pachuca, who haven't played anybody because they're the
Well,
odd team out.
Pachuca is the Liga MX champ.
So is that why they get a pass through?
Yeah,
They have like a
get
bye.
So
they
one
get
team
so
couldn't
the
fit in.
champs.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
so
LA get it.
LAFC, yeah, LA gets a pass because of the champs of the United States.
So the two league champions don't have to play in these first two rounds. They just go automatically into the knockout.
Correct. American knockout. That's right.
So they are in a little vacation right now of 2 weeks.
Now,
Or 1 week.
if we
Whatever it is.
become, if we're S2 winner, right, and S2 second, right?
Yeah, we
So-
play Pachuca so we don't want to come second, really. We want to
No.
win the
Well, I
group.
mean,
and then we get
faced
to play.
Tigres. We've played Tigres,
Yeah,
and we did very well. We did very well.
Pachuca, in theory, are one of the best
Better.
teams right now, right?
Right. In theory,
Yeah, you never want to play the champ, Luis.
right. That's right. I agree.
But I think, S2 winner would play S3 winner, which means, let's be honest, it's probably going to, unless Messi hits the ground incredibly for his first game, which, might not happen, might happen, who knows. But regardless, I think out of those three teams, Atlanta are the stronger of the three.
Yeah.
Cruz Azul, like I said, are bottom of the Mexico League right now and haven't won in
So
5
probably,
games.
Atlanta and Cruz Azul may go through. I mean, if you think about it rationally, not
Atlanta
thinking
and
about
somebody,
Messi.
but Atlanta
Yeah.
for sure. And Atlanta most likely winning the group. So if we win our group, we play Atlanta again, which, copy
gonna
and
be-
paste. I think we can beat them again. So then we would go through. I think then you're getting a little bit too deep into who wins what game, but I think that's a much better path than playing Pachuca.
Personally, I want to face Messi.
I mean, imagine that's the scenario. It could happen. Like if
That would be
they-
awesome.
If they win S3, and we win S2, it could be an Orlando Miami Leagues Cup. We could see Messi
Florida
before
Derby.
our date. Oh my god!
And
imagine.
in Orlando, I think.
If that happens, the tickets
Yeah.
are going to be like ridiculous. Like, they're going to sell in like 1 minute, and then it's going to be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you want to come to the Leagues
But
Cup?
we
have
$1,000, please."
We have dibs, John. We have dibs.
I
on
mean,
those.
we do. I'm not worried. I'm a season ticket member. I signed up for, just roll my
Exactly.
tickets,
Like, I don't-
automatically give me tickets to the
Hopefully,
Leagues
they're
Cup.
not expensive, but
Being-
yeah, we have dibs.
Being a,
I mean,
a
they
really-
better not.
Look, being a bad conspiracy theorist, thinking that Messi's in the league, I highly doubt that they're gonna allow him to get knocked out in the first round.
I mean, that's the worry. I think
Yeah.
with Messi is like, look at all the treatment he got just for his arrival. Are these pro refs gonna be, giving Messi
Exactly.
the
He's-
benefit of the doubt
yeah,
and treating
he-
Messi differently? It seems like the whole league is treating Messi differently. So why wouldn't the refs do that too?
He's famous of sometimes, like, especially in his later years, falling too much, and if the referee is not, especially when he dribbles, and let's say you have Cartagena and Cartagena stops him, they're gonna call a yellow card on him.
He's gonna be racing with Cesar to be the most
Correct.
fouled player in the league.
In the league, exactly.
Except for Cesar knows how to buy a foul.
We gotta be ready for somebody in Orlando. Orlando needs to be ready when they play against Miami. And I'm gonna say this right now. It is July 17th, 9:18 p.m. Guys, I'm telling you, listen to me. Be ready to play with 10 men against Miami. Play with 10 men on your practice. Practice with 10 men. Have a strategy for playing with 10 men against Miami.
I could see Wilder or Robin or someone
Correct.
goes in too hard on him, and then they immediately just
And
send him
immediately
For
it's gonna-
Antonio.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not to
here's the
knock
thing:
down the guys. It's not to knock down the guys.
we
It's just the
would
way
be the kind
Messi
of team
plays.
that would give him a good hard
Correct.
tackle, but that's the league that he's joined. You know what I mean? This is not the MLS is, and we see that with a lot of the players coming from Europe, right? They talk
Exactly.
about
And South America as well.
physical it is. Like, look at Ojeda. Like he's learned
Yeah.
that he can't. He's going to get knocked about a little bit, and he's going to have to stand up for himself. Messi's going to have to learn this too. But I don't know about Leagues Cup. We'll see. I think the dream of playing the youth is,
Yeah.
I think Oscar,
especially if Messi's playing.
they want a trophy every year, and this is their best chance at winning a trophy.
Although
this year.
it would be hilarious, not hilarious, but it would be great to see a mixed team between OCB and Orlando City that beats Messi, right, and makes it to at least the semis. Like, I would be, woof. That's the season to me, because I mean, you're talking about the level of our academy, and that's the future, and that's what Inter Miami is not focusing on. They're signing freaking, a freaking retirement home. I'm sorry, but that's true.
Here's the thing. I think there's a likelihood that Houston plays a rotated lineup because they might be like us thinking like, oh, I gotta save boys for MLS because they're doing so badly. They want to do better, and they don't think they're going to win a tournament this year.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
We could potentially win a tournament, so they might play a weakened side. And then you've got Santos Laguna, who are in preseason, and most preseason tournaments that I've ever seen are time to play some youth guys, give some guys off the pitch, get minutes for your squad, right? So there's a lot of rotations. So maybe they don't play a full starting strength first 11 lineup. So maybe there's a scenario where we put out our strongest 11 and the two other teams have got, weaker 11s, and we are overplaying our hand. So if there was ever a time to do it, it's those first two games.
Correct. Let's read some comments here. JCB's 95. Cartagena will get the red for sure. I think it's going to be physical. Cartagena does not like to lose. Neither Cesar and neither our back line. So I guarantee you one of the most motivated players to face Messi is going to be Kyle Smith. I guarantee you. Watch. I mean, it's going to be a superb game. Orlando needs to be ready for Inter Miami's subpar competition for Orlando City. First and foremost, I'm going to say this. Orlando has a better team. Two, even with Messi, one player doesn't make a whole squad. Now, and I'm a Messi fan, and I'm a Barcelona fan, and I thank Messi for his services and all that. But when he decided that he wanted to play in PSG, when the club was in crisis and monetary crisis, I didn't like the way he left Barcelona. That's just I'm not a whole like, oh, I'm gonna have the PSG shirt of Messi. No, I was like, okay, thank you. I've seen Ronaldinho play in Barcelona. I've seen Rivaldo play in Barcelona, and they all left. And you're another player. Thank you so much for the 4 Champions Leagues. That's it. You're not a Barcelona player anymore. So it's not like I'm super attached to Messi. I agree that he's the best ever, probably. Pelé, then Messi maybe, and then Maradona probably behind him. But, I mean, he's right up there, right? In the Mount Rushmore of soccer, for sure. No one denies that. But one player doesn't make a whole team. He's not going to go and run like he did in 2012. You know what I mean? That he's going to skip everyone.
Neither is Sergio, and neither is Jordi Alba.
Yeah, exactly. They're not going to play. They cannot play possession like Barcelona did in 2012, or 2010, which was the best Barcelona of all time, with Kamal Miller and DeAndre Yedlin as their, you know what I mean? I mean, you just can't do that. You just can't. So I think Orlando needs to be ready to take care of the set pieces, just as Paola always says. Take advantage of every chance and be ready to play with 10 men. Because it's absurd to think that they're not going to favor Messi. They're going to try to favor Messi in every way possible. You already see it. If you live in Central Florida, you watch Telemundo, you see Messi more than you see Orlando City. So, right? So,
he's the biggest player in the world, and we have to get used to the fact that he's just gonna dominate everything from now on,
So,
and not on the field, just in terms of being Messi.
yeah, so we're not an Inter Miami podcast, but we have a picture. Thank you to MLS Communications for that. That's Jorge Mas right here. The owner of Telemundo. Then you have David Beckham, right? David Beckham right here. That's your boy John right there. I'm just kidding. Spice Boy.
Not my boy.
I'm just kidding. And then you got Lionel Messi. That's Paula's boy right there. So,
he looks happy.
yeah,
I mean,
he
look
looks.
at his
I mean,
face.
come on, he went to Publix, my friend. He got a Publix sub.
Hey,
Who would be happy? Give me
like
a
his
break.
little kid, he was like, "Hey, Poppy, can I have this?"
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah,
people
of
are
course.
speculating that was a setup, and I kind of think it might have
No,
been, because in
no,
reality, come
no.
on, in reality, Messi goes anywhere, the word gets out, and in 30 seconds, there's a swarm of people around him. Like, how long was he at Publix before he started getting recognized? Because if you're Messi's
He
level
used
of
to do
fame,
that all the time in Spain too.
I just think it was, he was very casually like, oh, I'll just get the keys and leave. And like,
Hold on, let me call him.
for real though, like I think if you get the right fans around and they know that Messi's there, the guy is like going to be Taylor Swift level of swarmed by people. You know what I mean? Like it
Probably was like 11.
was a
PM.
little bit too chill for the vibe.
There you
I was
go.
like, right? Like,
You see? So
You know, in the
also that
beginning, I
picture
thought that it
looks
was
super
Photoshop.
Photoshopped. Doesn't his
I
head
thought that it was
not
Photoshop.
look like that at all?
I thought until
the
I
late-
saw the videos.
well, the lady in the back took out her coupon book.
She was on the phone being like, I think there's a famous soccer player here.
No, she's like, hey, I didn't get I didn't get the BOGO, but I'm just kidding.
I didn't get the second one for 50%.
Hey, give me my coupon book. No, I'm
I
just
love
kidding.
that he just took the keys and left his wife behind. Like, yeah, you're good. See you later. I'm
Right.
running to the car.
Yeah,
Also,
so
where
here-
was the security?
so
I saw
here-
the police
look,
car outside, but like, should he have like 5 guys around him at all times? This is one of the most famous men on the planet.
But
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like,
I
he's-
was
like,
told
he's
that he was not like that in
famous
Spain.
South Florida. I think he's that famous in South Florida. There's so many
Of
South
course,
Americans
of
there.
course,
Like,
he
they
has
all
to-
know
he-
who Messi is. It's not like he's walking around,
not
Cleveland,
everyone
and
knows.
nobody knows what soccer is,
Yeah.
right? Like,
yeah. Or Alabama.
right, he's walking
although-
around in a very highly densely populated South America.
Although Alabama,
area.
the soccer team of Alabama is good. But all I'm going to say
The
is
amount of
that,
Argentinians in Miami alone.
of course, definitely. They call it, so he got the manager of that Publix. He's the first one who took a picture of him. Obviously,
Did he
right
get
behind
paid
that,
by High Noon? That's what I want to know.
right behind High Noon, right? And then this one right here, it's incredible how this lady's coming out of the bathroom. You know what I mean? It makes me feel of that. Have you seen that picture of Messi in 2012 in Champions League being surrounded by 6 defenders?
And no.
Right? I'm gonna
It was
find
a
that picture.
Pepsi advertisement.
Yeah, it was like a Messi picture being surrounded by Liverpool players when they play Liverpool. Remember? That's what that picture reminded me of. Reminded me of like they were all like surrounding him.
I wish I was that little girl
if-
right there.
Right?
I love
And
how
so-
everyone is looking, but they all have their phone like right. in
That
front of
reminds
their-
me
Yeah,
of
like-
the
like
Spider-Man.
this. You see that?
Yeah, there you go.
That's what it reminded me of.
He's got
Like when I saw
swarmed.
that, like he's like his face. He's like, "Yo, can I get my my little Lucky Charms and my Silk Milk? Come on, man. There you go." So,
Did Messi not teach nutrition to his kids? What's with all the sugary cereal, Messi?
Well,
Yeah,
man,
leave them alone, little
Well,
kids.
Oh,
Yeah,
come
see,
on.
there you
That
go.
photo, nah. That's way fake. Come
Well,
on. Also, why
all
is
I'm
no one
saying-
else in the aisle or
all I'm
behind
saying
them?
is-
or in
Probably
front
that
of
was at
them?
midnight. No, midnight.
That
11 p.m.
that probably drew Miami City Communications crazy. I guarantee you, the photographer of Miami, Inter Miami, went ahead and took those pictures.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like these things aren't just like players. If you're Messi, you don't just like go to Publix. I mean, maybe you do, but it seems a little. There's question marks over how real this is.
Yeah, and then on the other side, then you got Telemundo. Telemundo, which is owned by Jorge Mas, which is the owner of Inter Miami. And I took it says Messi will arrive to Orlando as a rival. They had the whole thing about how Messi's coming here and how the impact that Messi's gonna have to Central Florida, and they kind of in a way imply that thanks to Messi, the stadium is being filled up, which in a way, it kind of hurts a little, to be honest with you, as an Orlando City supporter and covering the team. And I guarantee you, and I'm going to say this, hopefully doesn't people take it the wrong way. I've been covering the club for, thankfully, and I want to say thank you to Orlando City for the opportunity, and also Area Sports Network, which is the outlet that I started with, and then now Loud and Proud Orlando, that I get able to cover the team and bring you a lot of amazing content, and obviously be able to meet John, Paola, and everyone else. I know this is a huge event, but I know for a fact when we go to that press room, there's going to be people that have never been there before that are going to get probably a press pass right away. Right? So, all I want to say is that, you guys should also come to the Orlando games, not just when Messi plays. I'm not targeting this to Telemundo. I'm just targeting to just everyone else is going to be there that wouldn't be there if Messi was not there.
Well, I think this is the big hope, Luis, is that a lot of the soccer snobs, there's fans in Orlando who are soccer fans that don't go to Orlando City because they only like the Premier League or La Liga or Liga MX fans, or I only watch Champions League. I've met a lot of soccer fans in my day in Orlando, and I'm like, oh, you're into soccer, that's cool. We start talking about Arsenal or Chelsea or whatever, and then I go, have you ever come to Orlando City game? And they go, no. And I'm like, why? It's your local team. You don't want to like check it out? And they're like, no, I just MLS. It's not really for me. It's not really. So what I'm hoping is, if anything from this Messi arrival, is that those snobs are now looking at the league differently to say, well, if it's good enough for Messi, then maybe it's good enough for me to start watching MLS and, supporting your local team.
Yeah, I just hope I hope that that's what happens, and hope that inspires more people to cover Orlando City, because and I want to see those people there. I don't want to go and see somebody I've never seen ever in the past 2.5 years, just and then all of a sudden, Messi, and then poor Lewis is in the back right there with all the spiders in the corner.
Oh, your press box is going to be busy for that game, buddy.
Exactly.
Don't think you're getting your big, cushy space. They're going to squish you all together.
Exactly. Probably downstairs. Probably. It's okay, though. I'm not complaining. Trust me, I'm not. All I'm saying is I would like to see more people covering. Like, being really like, oh, okay, like, this team is going to beat Miami. This team is actually, worth covering. You know what I mean? Not just come for Messi. You know what I mean?
So this is the thing. I want to know this from Paula. If you're a Messi fan and now he's arrived at the league, are you going to watch Inter Miami games because Messi is playing for them? Like, how far does the Messi fandom take you?
I'm not. To be honest with you.
No. To be honest with you, John, like, I'm a super fan of Messi. I have never watched a PSG game because of Messi.
It's horrible.
I'm telling you. Like,
I watched it once. It was not.
It hurt me. I'm gonna be honest. It hurt me.
I'm hurt too.
When he said, "Oh, I'm going to Miami," I'm like, ugh. And one of my dreams were I want to see Messi in Barcelona play not in MLS. I'm not criticizing. I'm gonna see Messi plays here, and I'm excited for it, right? But my dream was my bucket list was see Messi in his prime, because Messi's
In
not in his
Barcelona.
prime in Barcelona,
Yeah,
because he
same
went to
here.
PSG and he wasn't in his prime. That's the reality. I'm gonna be realistic here, and I'm a
And
super fan of Messi,
and not only that, the French disrespected him, which was the worst,
and
and
that's
his
the worst
family.
too.
Like
Exactly.
he left because of I mean, look, we're not gonna lie here. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Messi left from Barcelona not because of crest or because he was fed up. He left because of money. All right, guys, he left because of money. All right, let's be completely honest. He went to PSG. They mishandled him completely. That's why I'm sorry. The Saudi league is a subpar league, and they cannot run businesses correctly. Sorry, you know. I know that they poop $100 bills, but that doesn't make a person. When you treat people like crap, and they treated him like crap and his family like crap, they benched them and everything. Like that's crazy. You give Wijnaldum a break and not Messi? Like that's
Mhm.
crazy, right? When you do that, that doesn't make any sense. But anyways, I didn't watch no PSG game, and then he obviously, I had the news from South America. Argentinian outlets were already saying that he was probably triggered into Miami because he has properties in Miami. He has his dad and him own businesses here.
Yeah, I mean, he moved there for the city, not the club. We've said
Yeah,
that a
yeah.
thousand times.
So then it became a reality, and he honestly, just like you said, John. I mean, one player doesn't make a team. I mean, the team is like just like Telemundo said in his thing. Inter Miami último en la tabla este en juego. That's horribly wrong. Sorry, that's grammatically incorrect.
What
Inter
do they
Miami
mean
is
about en juego 36 puntos? What do they mean about that,
so
Luis?
they I think they Google translated this kind of like La Grande Victoria. Like it's supposed to be La Gran Victoria, but then again, that's Inter Miami is last in the East in the standings. And in play, there's 36 points in play, so they need to there's 36 points in play. I fucking know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
But the
because
thing
they
is, they
They're
said
talking
they don't
about
know
there's 36 points that he could
points,
get
yeah,
if he
that he could
wins like
get
every
if he
game
wins every
that's
game.
left.
they don't even have 20 points, I think,
Correct.
right?
They have
Correct.
18. So if they got 36 points, I mean, this
Yeah.
is, how much would they realistically need to be in the playoffs?
I think 36 points.
Remember like a month ago, Sasha Kleshin did the numbers on
Mhm.
That's
MLS
impossible. It won't
360,
happen.
and it was impossible a month ago, and they've continued to lose and tie. So no, they're not making the play. I don't care
And
who you are, you're not making the play. You're not having a win every single game turnaround.
and to be honest, we're not gonna see Messi play as his prime this year.
And
We're
not
not
only
we're not gonna
that,
see,
No,
we're not gonna see him like, do his thing, probably a free kick, probably, right? But
yeah,
he's
we're
gonna be
gonna
doing
see
the
him.
jogging.
I mean, we're gonna see him score some goals. But I wish
Mhm.
we get to see a Messi that knows how, at his age, knows how to win. In a way, what I'm saying is, he
you're gonna
thinks,
see the same one you saw in Argentina for the World
yeah,
Cup.
yeah. So
He
I think
doesn't run. He doesn't need to run.
he's an
He just
assist guy.
stays there in the 10. They
Yep.
pass him the ball. He makes the passes. Maybe he runs every now and then. He's not going to do any defending, and and that's good enough because you're Lionel Messi and you can do that. But
I'm gonna ask you this.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
One sec. If he hadn't played so well in the World Cup with Argentina, given what happened with PSG and like his career wasn't, it was slowly kind of declining. And then he had the awesome World Cup and wins the World Cup. If that hadn't happened, do you think people would still think he's the greatest player in the world now? Or would we be looking at him more like on the Ronaldo vibe of like you're kind of tailing off?
Well, if he would have not won the World Cup, there would have been still the debate about Ronaldo.
Right.
When
Like
he
he
when
silenced that.
right when he won the World Cup, he literally catapulted himself to like God mode. I mean, and the reason why is because In Argentina, Maradona, for people that are way older than me, he's the GOAT because of those World Cups that he won and what he became and the type of player he was. For our generation, Messi is better than Maradona because of everything that he has won club level, plus the type of person. No one incident of like cheating on his wife, like the doping scandal, nothing. Impeccable career. Plus, you got what he did with he won the Copa America, he won the World Cup, and there's rumors now. Again, this is a rumor that I want to teleport to my other show real quick so I can get my exclusiva button right here.
Exclusiva.
Exclusiva. There is rumors that CONMEBOL is going to invite MLS and MX teams to Copa Libertadores y Copa Sudamericana. And the only reason why they're doing it is because of Messi. Now, my question is this. How, if this is true, which I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, how are they going to determine with all these CONCACAF tournaments that are happening now, Leagues Cup, Conca Champions, how are they going to determine who goes to the Copa Libertadores or Copa Sudamericana? Because let me tell you something, you cannot send LA Galaxy, you cannot send Inter Miami, you cannot send DC United because they're not going to look good for the league. I'm serious. They're not. You know what I mean? They're not gonna look. They're gonna make us look worse. Now, if
with
you
the
send
champion of Leagues Cup,
if you send the Nashvilles, the Phillies, the LAFCs, then oh crap. Okay, now we're seeing some stuff here happening. You know what I mean? But if you're gonna just invite Messi, Inter Miami is gonna lose by everybody. It's like, do you see Inter playing in Bolivia in the altitude with the? It's impossible. Like they're gonna lose. So I just think that hopefully the league makes the right measures. And to talk about that, Inter Miami also announced that Busquets, Sergio Busquets from FC Barcelona is gonna join their club. And then they botched this completely. They put this tweet. They put this tweet. Now, people are saying, okay, what's wrong with this, Luis? If you're listening, there's a picture of Arbeloa, former player of Spain and former Real Madrid left back, right? Winner of the 2010 World Cup with Spain. And then they put a picture of Arbeloa instead of Busquets. So they confused Busquets and Arbeloa in this picture. And to me, that is despicable. That shows that whoever did this doesn't know of soccer. And so that makes us look bad. The league took it out right away. They said they put Busquets' picture and they tagged him again and all of that. But the harm was done already. So, I mean, we're talking about, them doing this type of stuff, right? What are your thoughts about that, John?
Well, I want to go back and ask Paula what she was going to say before, because she had a point. I don't know. I mean, quickly on that, Luis, is, are we surprised that Miami doesn't even know the picture of the player that they signed? No, not really.
well, that was MLS, and someone is getting fired.
Well, between Miami
social
and MLS,
media manager, yeah, that's true though.
The whole announcement of Messi had a lot of issues, and I blame MLS just as much as I blame Miami because they should be all over that.
And probably this is the last topic about Messi and Inter Miami, and why not? But I was curious because I like to talk with you guys about this. But I was thinking about Tata Martino is back, right? And he coached Joseph Martinez, and Joseph Martinez he shined with Almiron on his on his beside, right? So now that he has Messi, would you think he will shine with Messi now that he is in the team?
Luis, you go, because I got an opinion, but I think You
Go.
probably know
Like
more
I
about
will
this.
I would love
Well,
to hear
that's
both opinion.
all I'm saying is this: that's wishful thinking. And if he does not score any more goals the rest of the games coming into Miami, even if they lose, he needs to score goals. If he doesn't, he'll be gone. Same with Campana, because they're gonna probably name a star striker next season.
Hmm. And I hate Joseph Martinez. I hate him. I'm not saying I want him to score, right? But you're having Messi next to you, and you're gonna probably have good passes like Almiron used to pass to you. So I don't know who's gonna be starting now, because that was the debate between, and I heard this, and I don't know if it's extra time, and John, correct me if I'm wrong, because you hear extra time, but Tata Martino didn't know who is gonna start, even it was Campana or it was Joseph
Campana,
Martinez.
to me,
To
Campana.
me, it should be Campana. It shouldn't be Joseph
He's
Martinez.
a better player. He's younger. He's faster. He could pivot the ball. He could do, he could, Messi could do a
Create
cross.
his own chances,
Yeah,
like.
and I think he's better. It's my opinion.
But you never know, because Tata was with Joseph. So that I wanted to hear your thoughts on it, and I was thinking about it yesterday when Messi was presented. I was like, is Joseph gonna start, and now he's gonna be, after Almiron left, he never scored like he was with Almiron, blah blah blah. So that was like, I need to ask the boy, so that's why I bring it up. So
I would say on that is how much do we think Messi respects Tata? Because
It's his boy.
you think that they got
yeah,
that
think.
kind of relationship.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that Messi rates. Maybe just because he's Argentinian, I don't know. But like we assume Argentinian manager, Argentinian player, it's all going to be good. But
Well,
what the key is it's Messi's show. It's not Tata's show.
yeah,
It's
Messi's
Messi's show.
for sure.
So Tata has to get on board with whatever Messi wants, and that's what the club will tell him. That's what the league will tell him. So Tata is not the manager. Messi's the manager. I'm not being funny, but you see it when you get these big players. And like, look at Ronaldo and Manu, right? Perfect example, butting heads with the manager. Ronaldo is basically too big, and then Ronaldo leaves, and the team can play because they've taken the Ronaldo out of it, right? I think that's the same thing with Messi. Like, he has to. It's going to be how Messi wants Messi running the show. So
yeah, he needs to be
he
he needs to be one of the boys and let Tata do his thing. But I'll be honest
will
with you.
Will he do that though, Louis? I don't see it that way. I think Messi's going to do whatever Messi wants.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be, I think, like dare Tata to take Messi off. You know what I mean? Like, because imagine when we had Kaká and he got taken off, and how much of a stink he would make about when that was happening. Some of these big players don't ever appreciate being taken off, even if the coach is like, I want to rest you, right? You're 36 years old, Messi.
Yeah,
come off.
Nani.
We want to play you again. Is he going to be cool with that? Or is he going to throw a fit because he's getting taken off the field? Like, we don't know how this power play, what Messi brings, is going to work out with Tata. Maybe Tata's
fair play.
Maybe they just brought in Tata to appease, to do whatever. They might have said to him, like, look, you can try and run the team, but we're just going to tell you how we want to play. We're going to play with Messi as the 10, and this is what we want, right? So I don't know how much he's actually going to do.
Well, from my understanding is he brought Tata Martino Messi when Tata got into Barcelona, he was questioned. I mean, even though Newell's did great in Copa Libertadores because with Tata.
And he managed him when he managed Argentina, right?
But Messi brought him to Barcelona, and then Messi brought him to Argentina, and then now Messi brings him to Inter.
But Tata was a failure in Barcelona.
Exactly. But it's friends of Messi.
But maybe that's why Messi likes him, because he knows he can get what he wants from him, because he's a yes guy.
It's a yes guy. It's a personal friend of Messi. Now, no pun intended, this doesn't tarnish and again, I'm going to talk about Atlanta here, the great run with Atlanta United. That was all Tata. right? Now that's probably the only team, right, aside of Newell's, that he's been free to do what he wants. He was let go of Barcelona because Barcelona was not winning anything, and eventually, because he's the coach, Messi's not gonna get the burden of being a disruptor. Who got the burden of being a disruptor was Tata Martino. Same with the national team. Exactly the same thing. The national team wasn't winning anything. Nothing. Argentina national team wasn't winning anything, and that's the thing. They're blaming Argentina's were blaming Messi for being a disruptor at that time, and so he stepped out to take the heat out of Messi. The same thing is here with Inter. I guarantee you, this is gonna go this way. If Inter doesn't win this season or next season the MLS Cup, I don't think this season is done. But in 2024, he does not win the MLS Cup, but 2025, he's gonna step out
Yeah.
because
I gotta say, Luis,
because Jorge Mas is or Beckham are not gonna let no one touch Messi.
Of course.
I think I have reached my Messi limit. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
think like on Twitter with the rate limit, I have a Messi limit per day.
No,
And
yeah,
I've
but I
definitely
wanted
hit
to
it.
I wanted to ask that. I know, and that's why I said, hey, this is the
Well,
last
let's
topic
You know,
well,
about
I
let's
it.
like
go.
talking about it,
No,
but I
well, let's
hate that we're talking
go.
about it. You know what I mean? Like I don't
Yeah.
want to give Messi any more time, but
No.
yet we
Let's
find
go
ourselves
with.
discussing it because it's so interesting.
Well, let's go back with some great news and end on our last topic, which is OCB. The way Orlando City and the way we want to portray our club culture is with youth and creating something positive, not only for the city of Orlando, but to create something positive for the United States of America, U.S. soccer. And these kids are youth, are reserves, and they're following a path of excellence. And then eventually they get into the first team, and then they get to see score goals and be prolific, just like at some point maybe Daryl Dike, even though he was a rookie, but maybe like Larea that he shined in Toronto, things like that. These are academy players that made it big. Chris Mueller, things like that. So you know, you go OCB, right? OCB defeated Atlanta United 2 but 3-2 scoreline at Osceola Stadium with goals of Christopher Acuna and Wilfredo Rivera. And obviously, the latter had a golazo. I mean, talking about being down 10 men before the halftime. They played with 10 men a whole half, pretty much. And they were able to, win the league, right? Well, not the league, but the win against Atlanta United, right? So, super proud of OCB. We have words, actually. I'm going to play the words right now from Wilfredo Rivera, kind of telling us how he scored this great goal, right? I don't have the images because they don't give
You
us.
see on the goal tonight?
Well, the goalkeeper obviously made a mistake, and then I saw he was out of his box, and I just looked up and tried to put it in the back of the net.
Awesome. Second question here is, what does it mean to get back on the score sheet this year?
It means everything to me. It's been hard work since the beginning of the season, obviously, coming off the bench and trying to support my teammates as much as possible.
Awesome. And last question here is, what does it say about the resilience of the group to come back despite being down a man?
It's everything. The coaches, Martin, Manu, the first team coaches are all behind us, and they just try to push us and be better every day. So
Awesome.
So this is a kid. You guys can see the full vid at our Instagram. Thank you so much. This is a kid that, in my opinion, I would love to see play Leagues Cup. Right? That's just me. I don't know. What are your thoughts, Paul, of this OCB win?
Hey, when I saw a little bit of the game when Williams got that red card, and I think Medina had that yellow card. I'm like, are you
Yeah,
serious?
some
Like, come
unfair.
on. The ref was being unfair at that point. Like, Williams got that second yellow, being unfair because he was just discussing, hey, j- come on, ref being ref. Come on, pro. But anyways, it's a lot like the resiliency, because I thought when when they were down a man, I was like, oh, come on, guys. They were winning, then down a man, and then I took down the game because I got pissed when the ref was playing Uno cards, because that's what I called when the ref starts giving yellow cards to everybody. So I got pissed. I took it out, and then I put it back on when I saw the goal from Wilfredo. I call it mi primo because he's Puerto Rican too. So I was
Oh,
happy. I was happy because these youngsters came back from 10 men. Well, yes, 10 men playing mentally game. This is a mentally game, guys. This is not easy. And a rivalry game because it's Atlanta. Even though it's the second team, it's still a rivalry game and not easy. Williams was the red card was early. If I'm not mistaken, it was in the 28th minute or the
42nd.
the 42nd minute. Yep, 42nd. Still early. I was I was impressed with that goal. I was like, holy moly, and really happy for Wilfredo because it was like I was impressed. So I'm happy for the youngsters. I'm impressed.
great game by Jacqueline. As always, Chuck Mohammed. To me, I think I'll give kudos to Moises Tablante. Juninho was great. Aside of Medina having a great game, also I would say when Williams was given the red card, also Taifi played really good. He was probably his best game of the year. That's my opinion. And obviously Alex Freeman and Mason Stadahar getting that workout done. I'm just gonna say, what a work ethic, man. John, what are your thoughts regarding his OCB win?
A few things. One, I was confused about the yellow card for Williams because when I watched back the highlights, he got sent off in the 42nd minute, but they only showed the yellow card on the highlights. They don't show the ref pulling out the red card. So then I was like, wait, where did the other yellow come from? But he got one in the 5th minute. So the one he got in the 42nd was for the foul. So I don't think he actually got any card for dissent. He had 2 cards for 2 bad fouls.
Oh,
Medina showed a yellow card right after that, so maybe that was it. But they were very angry, like Paula said, because the challenge on us right before
exactly.
Williams made that challenge, and I don't think the ref really understood that, and which was just kind of like thinking that they were attacking him for whatever else. But yeah, what a win by OCB. I mean, coming back is awesome. I think I was going to mention Taifi. I think he looked really, really good. He had a good game. I also think that Shaq Mohammed should have scored a goal. If you look back on the highlights, he hit it right at the keeper, which, you got to put that somewhere else. And the keeper made a good save. Overall, it's just more good from OCB, right? They're doing so well, and they're 4th in the East, So I think hopefully for them, they're definitely a top playoff team going into the end of the season for the MLS Next Pro playoffs. And then I think if we get a home playoff game, then we got to try and fill it out down there. Like I see there's people who go to the games. I feel bad. I need to go to the games. Maybe we'll make a trip, Paula. Luis, it's a lot for you because you're a long way away and you're coming over
I
for
don't
city
mind.
games and everything else. But maybe me and Paula can go to an OCB game together and support the boys because I think it's awesome how they've made the fortress there, and I want to go support.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be making my way down there too. So at some point, I did in the beginning of the season, so I'm definitely going to be coming back soon. I do want to say that the next game that they're going to have, right? It's an important one. So everybody go support OCB at Osceola Heritage Park, right? So definitely. You cannot miss this action-packed. I mean, if you truly miss the feel when Orlando used to play like USL, vibes, that's exactly what it is. I mean, and then not only that, but if you are into getting pictures of the players and stuff like that, you can take pictures and have things being autographed right there. And these kids are going to be in the first team like very soon, if not by League's Cup, hopefully. Right?
They got team of the match day as well.
Yeah.
So more props. They get recognized more than OCB gets recognized
More than the
for
first two.
MLS Next Pro more than we do as
Mhm.
MLS. Like the MLS Next Pro really give us a lot of love for OCB.
And then we got the team of the week. We're gonna do our lineup against Houston, but team of the week right here, Antonio Carlos, right here, line of three. It's a favorite, John's favorite, right there. And we also had Oscar Pareja as the coach, and also Mauricio Pereira. Three Lions, pretty much part of the team of the week for the MLS, right? What are your thoughts, Paula, regarding this?
Well deserved. Well deserved for Antonio. Pereira, I was surprised, but he is well deserved. I think
assists.
we criticize him so much this season, and John said it in the beginning of the pod, but he deserves it. So well done, and El Profe be the coach of the week. And I think this is the third time that he's been coach of the starting 11 for the team of the week. So congrats, profe. You're doing the right things.
In
So
Profe,
keep
we
it up.
trust.
In profe, we trust. So there you go.
Oh, jeez. Well, and we're gonna do the lineup for Houston. Do you think are we gonna think that it's gonna be the same lineup? You think, John?
I just want to tell you my lineup because
Yeah,
I think
you
it's
said
really,
you
I
said
think
that
it's
it was
really
a mix,
awesome.
right?
I don't think
Yeah.
it's gonna happen, but I just think it would be awesome. So you got Javier Otero in goal.
Hold on.
We're gonna go Argentina colors. That's the choice.
No, I'm just gonna do
I'm kidding.
neutral.
Neutral.
Pero,
Javier Otero, Luca Petrasso at left back,
oh man, remember Luca. Hopefully. Okay.
Salim center back, or someone else who maybe been playing a little bit more for OCB at the moment.
Okay.
Schlegel,
Oof. Against Houston, probably. Against
Mhm.
Santos, I don't know.
well, this is my we're playing
Your
the
lineup,
youth
okay.
punt, and Freeman at right back.
Okay. So 2 and 2, pretty much.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. This kind of you'll see a bit of a theme going on here.
Okay.
And then our two D mids, we got Juninho and Felipe.
Oh man. Okay. Juninho and Felipe.
I'm
They put in
giving
that-
some fringe players some time and
Some
some
Brazilian
OCB
flair.
players. And then we got Ojeda on the right wing because he needs to be scoring goals. He needs more time. Like
right. Ojeda, Martin Ojeda. That's right.
then we got Fabian playing number 10.
Fabi.
See. And then on the
Fabian
left
Ojeda.
wing, I think you could probably guess who I put on the left wing.
Angulo.
No.
Okay.
My boy. If anyone's gonna play, it's my boy. Do some
Oh, Dagger
starts.
Dan?
Dagger Dan on the left wing.
Dagger.
And then up top, there's a couple options, but I went with Enrique to give him more time as well.
Enrique Iglesias.
I think that is a beautiful little. Look at the
man.
mix. We got Ojeda that needs to be getting some more minutes. We got Dagger Dan. We got Enrique, and yet you got some youth guys in there. You know, I think you could play Kubanguchi instead of Salim, or Granados maybe in there somewhere, or looking at the guys like Mikey Holiday might be ready to come back and get some minutes. Maybe
Mikey
Gaston
Holiday.
Gonzalez maybe at some point playing left wing. I don't know. I think there's a mix here of guys that need time and need minutes to really get, Ojeda being a prime example of someone that I think hasn't fully got into his stride yet. Like he's still struggling a little bit, I think, to get to the height that he wants to. So maybe this is a perfect tournament to give him, some serious minutes.
I think he deserves it though. He has already a lot of assists, and he's still in the bench. So I think.
Yeah, I mean, this is
deserves to start.
my crazy, we're just gonna play
Wishful
like we
thinking.
planned, youth, and fringe player lineup. Like we're not putting any of the stars out here, right? We've not got Facu out there. We're saving Duncan. We're saving Wilder.
Hey, but we need to save Facu. He
Yeah.
hasn't rest. Angulo
Exactly.
hasn't rest.
No, Angulo 100% is the top of that list.
Angulo needs to rest.
Yeah.
I'll send them to
and we've got such a deep squad, Luis. It's not like there isn't talented players on this team.
And this will make us
right?
better in the long run. I think it's gonna grow our depth, and then they will be ready. Play, they'll, in case something goes down, they'll be ready to step in.
Yeah, you can put them on the bench, and then if we're 1 or 2 down, and you're like, hey, now we need to chase the game. You bring on Duncan, you bring on Facu, you do whatever you want to do. But I think definitely guys like Ojeda and Dagger Dan should be starting.
I think you're gonna go crazy. I think Profe may put Duncan McGuire captain.
Duncan McGuire, El Capitan. That's a good question. Who would you make the captain of this lineup?
Oof, Rodrigo.
Yeah, it would be Rodri, right? He'd be your boy.
Probably
or Felipe,
Rodri, yeah.
maybe.
Ojeda.
Or Dagger. Then you go like Taylor Swift mode.
From rookie to captain in no time. I think this is just a pie in the sky. Based on what we heard from Antonio, it's very likely we're gonna see.
Yeah. So
I mean,
I feel
see the same lineup. As
I feel that. I mean, I don't know. I feel like against Houston, it's such a winnable team, guys. I mean, I know that you probably say, "But Lewis, you're overlooking the rival." I'm like, no, I'm not overlooking. They have not won a game like the past 4 or 5 games. They've either tied or lost. So we need to be ready to truly capitalize on this team. And by how Antonio Carlos kind of gives hints about they want to win this, so they want to go for a win. So
if you took the OCB players out of this and you replace them with first team players, I still think we should be getting starts for guys like Enrique, Petrasso, guys who aren't starting in the league right now, who are in the squad.
Correct. I agree. I agree with you. But I do feel like you need to have, like, for example, here I wouldn't put Felipe. I'll probably put like Cesar and maybe keep Juninho. You know what I mean? Fabian, I don't know if I'll put Fabian. I'll put maybe I'll probably put Fabian. Either Fabian or Granados right there.
Yeah.
I know what you think.
Or Dagger Dan can go there, and then you could put a different winger on.
Yeah, that's true. And then I think we should rest Facundo and Ivan Angulo, because our power comes from the wings. And it'll be crazy, call me crazy, but I would like to see at some point the U.S. men's under 20s back three: Freeman, Williams, Mikey. At some point, it'd be cool to see that. Let's just be honest, because they've played together for so long. They know. The good thing is that they played together for so long. They know kind of the way they play with each other, right? So they're familiar with. It's not like you're gonna throw just anything and throw it on the wall and see if it sticks, right? No, these are players that play together for so long. So I mean, I agree. I think we should play some youth, but more than likely we will see the
full
same
powerhouse.
Yeah, the same full powerhouse. I don't know. Anything you want to add there, Paola?
No. Instead of Fabian, I will put Wilfredo there. I don't know. I can see. Yeah, I can see Fabian too. I don't mind either or. Any word on Gaston Gonzalez? The only thing that I criticize this club is we don't receive any update on injury players. So I don't know, Luis, if you know anything.
He's still with his lingering injury.
Well, he got another one while he was injured, right?
Well, yeah, but a different injury. But
I think Paula.
All I know that he's been at
He
Disney with his sister.
might just be an
having fun.
injury-prone player now, and the rest of his time with us might just be he comes back and then he gets injured again.
That's right.
I mean, it's sad to say, but the writing, like we've had him for 18
year.
months now,
Mhm.
and how many games has he played? And I don't really blame the coaching staff because he got that injury like literally
In
the day
Argentina.
after they signed him, which was the first one. And before that, I don't know whether they looked at his injury. I'd have to go back and look at his injury record
he got his injury
before we signed him.
Yeah, in his first game, in his last game in Argentina.
But what I'm saying is, did he have an injury-prone record before we signed him?
No.
Like that's
He was
clean.
Just
unlucky.
Yeah,
really.
It was an unlucky thing. I think
Yeah.
he needs, in my opinion, this is the way I think about it. I think he kind of rushed his healing, and that's why they're giving him time now to truly like that time
Heal.
to heal. And Oscar now has found other weapons in depth to have him completely healed probably to the end of the year. Probably he won't play this season, the rest of the season, and then do the preseason with them from the start and see what happens.
Okay.
I actually prefer having Enrique come off the bench on the left wing position.
Yeah,
anyway.
I like it too. I like the way how Enrique has adapted, and he has adapted to the system, and also is just like Dagger. I think they're powerful weapons in Oscar's disposal when it comes to trying to either play more defensively, in stoppage time, or just what you saw in Atlanta. Exactly what you saw in Atlanta. So hopefully the Leagues Cup starting 11, it's a mix. Definitely would like to see a mix. I think Orlando with a mixed lineup will be able to beat Houston for sure.
I want to see that too, bud. But I don't think we're gonna see it. I am 90% sure we're gonna see the exact lineup that we saw against Atlanta.
Right. Well, I want to go ahead and definitely thank everyone that has been watching the show right now live. I want to command everyone to please subscribe to our channel and drop us a thumbs up on the video. If you're listening, all of our social media is going to be on the description of our audio. Double click on the notification bell for notifications. Subscribe. We are also available on Instagram, on Facebook. We have a brand new page. We're gonna put actually, let me put the link on the hold on, the link on the comments real quick, so you guys are able to access it and take a look. It's a brand new page. I am definitely, the other one is going away, so just be advised. So I wanted to thank everyone that's been with us today. Anything you want to add there, Paola or John?
No, vamos Orlando.
All right,
Vamos Orlando. Wait,
Orlando,
it's Friday
guys.
night game for Leagues Cup.
Yeah,
Don't
Friday
forget.
night. Yeah,
Not Saturday.
Friday night game.
Friday night.
Yeah, we'll be here. Have a good one, guys.